So when I started in the industry, mainly in like drama school, I had this kind of view that if I was going to make it my career, it had to be everything. But actually what I've learned, especially after COVID, was that in order to keep your head straight and get through, because there's a lot of tough stuff that goes in the industry, in order to get on, you have to be able to find moments to get a bit of perspective. So you have to actually learn to, you have to enjoy life outside of it as well. So like taking a few holidays here and there, going to some gigs or anything, all that helps you to be happy in your whole life, so that when you are then focusing on the career side of things, you're happier. And I think other people see that and you just perform better and you're a nicer person to be around. So I think that's what surprised me about coming into the industry. So definitely, I know it sounds silly, but jobs, because you learn so much from just working. So even if it's the tiniest job or a job that you're like, oh, this is really what I want to be doing for my whole career, you could always learn something. So, TIE gets a lot of, bad rep, but actually you learn so much from it. Like back in the day, older actors learnt from doing rep theatre, and there's not too much of that anymore. So I kind of see TIE as a version of rep theatre, a way for new actors to get involved and understand how it all works. And so jobs are a way of learning new things, but also people. And it's not just teachers or anything like that, but older actors are brilliant. They're basically like a library for actors. Like anyone that you come across, just have a conversation with them and you learn something. It doesn't have to be an older actor either. Like you go into, and it doesn't have to be on a job or anything like that, but you might be in an audition room and you might speak to someone who's had a completely different experience, but talking to them just gives you a bit of a lesson. To find a way to keep the love for it. So, because I think that's quite a tough point. I remember being a kid, well, not a kid, I was probably thinking about going to uni and that sort of thing, and discussing with my parents about going into acting and discussing whether it was a good choice to make my hobby a career path. Do you know what I mean? Because then what if you then work so hard on it that you fall out of love with it? You know how sometimes you can put so much into something and spend so much time on something and maybe it doesn't give back what you want it to give back, that you can actually fall out of love with it. And especially during lockdown, because during lockdown, for myself, I probably fell out of love with it a bit. Not with acting, but with the industry. But I give myself some time and found a way of finding the love again. So I think the bit of advice I would give is to find a way, a bit similar to what I said earlier, find a way to love life no matter what, so that then you can come back stronger every time you get knocked down, because it happens a lot. But those are lessons in themselves. Find a way to love it no matter what, and so then you can be happy in your choice. I feel like it's really hard because there's that stereotype when kids say that they want to go into this industry. It's like, oh wow, yeah, but it might never happen. And people say that to you because they want to protect you, because it is hard and everyone knows that. However, there's so many things in the industry that people don't know about, like so many different pathways to go down. Even if you decide you don't necessarily want to be on camera or on stage, there's so many other things in the industry. There's like creating, there's writing, there's so much in there that don't let other people's nervousness about having a stable job affect. As long as you know in yourself that you weigh it up, if it means more to be doing something you know, you want to do than having a stable job, then go for it, because otherwise you'll always be wondering. And there will be a time, if you follow it, there will be a time where someone says, this is doable. No matter what it is, there will be a time. And unfortunately, you have to go through a lot of people saying, oh, I don't know, this is doable. But yeah, so my advice is, if you love it, do it, because you can always change your mind.